Right, Gav. The hashtag is what it is now. Too late. That's the default from last weekend. Need what it is. Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is Friday Practice 2 ahead of the 2022 Singapore Grand Prix. If you are new to the channel, if you are a Formula 1 fan, then please do get yourself subscribed. I'm live for every single qualifying and every single race from the Formula 1 World Championship. This is round 17. This is Friday Practice 2, and in the first practice session a couple of hours ago we saw that Mercedes are back. Mercedes are on the pace. Hamilton was, I think it was something like 86 thousandths of a second quicker than Max Verstappen. I think it's the first Friday practice 1 session that Hamilton's actually been quickest this season. So are Mercedes back? This is what we want to see. We want to see, you know, I'm not a Mercedes fan by any stretch of the imagination, but we want to see a competitive last 5-6 races of the season, and I think we could get that. I think Singapore plays to Mercedes' strengths, and I hope they're in the mix. I hope that we see further confirmation of Mercedes' pace in this session. Turn that into a bit. Yeah, I hope we see further confirmation of Mercedes' pace this session, and I hope they're in the mix. I don't know how far off Ferrari. I think Leclerc was 4/10 off Hamilton's time, so Ferrari can still be in the mix as well. I want to see 6 cars fighting for the win, which we've not really had yet this season. That was the big hope for me this season, that we would have like 5 or 6 cars fighting for each and every win. It's not been the case. Verstappen's ran away with it, and he can win the World Championship. If you didn't join me in FP1, I did mention that Max Verstappen can mathematically be world champion this weekend. What that needs to happen though, he needs to win the race, and Leclerc I think needs to be outside the top 8 and Perez needs to be outside the top 4. It's some kind of a permutation like that. So it's more than likely to roll over to Japan. He'll probably win the championship next weekend in Japan, but it is mathematically possible 6 races from the end that he picks up the championship, which is mad. It's mad. It's like someone winning the Premier League in March. You know, April, May becomes a bit dead, but you know, someone wins the Premier League in March, you got to hold your hands up and say, well, you've obviously deserved it. And Max Verstappen winning the championship 5 races from the end, he has deserved it. He's absolutely walked it. Although there is some drama sort of brewing today. I've seen a lot of it on Twitter these last couple of hours about that Red Bull have breached the cost cap, which they'll get a fine for, but for next year the penalty will be much more severe, which is causing a bit of controversy. But yeah, welcome in Gav, welcome to the stream. Practice 2 starts in about 5 minutes. We are under the lights now in Singapore. FP1 was kind of sort of dusk, but now, I mean, this is the time the race will start, really. I think, well, the race would have started about on Sunday. By now, we'd be underway for the race. So, yeah, this is like race settings time-wise. I'm glad F1's back. We've had a summer break, then a couple of races, and then another 3-week break. It's been mad. It's been virtually like all of August, no races, and virtually all of September, no races. So it's been a bit dead, to be honest. But 6 races to go. We've got this. We've got Singapore, Japan back to back. Then a week break, and then I think it's US, Mexico back to back, and then a week break, and then Brazil, Abu Dhabi, and that's it. And that season ends end of November, first week of December maybe. But yeah, the original and the best night race. Yeah, I agree with that, Crofty. We saw Lance Stroll in the wall in FP1. We saw George Russell in the wall, but he got away with it because it was a low speed impact. Hopefully the live timings will. Hopefully the live timings will update when the cars get out on circuit in about 3 minutes time. Actually, I'll get the timer ready as well. Yeah, let's get the timer on. Oh. Oh yeah, they're talking about Paul di Resta in the commentary box. He finished 4th in the Singapore Grand Prix one year. Yeah, it was like 2013 or something. Yeah, Paul di Resta. He had a few years in F1, didn't he, di Resta? Force India and that. In the commentary box now is di Resta. Right. Right, we've got the timer ready when the session starts. Just eating a McDonald's. No worries, Gav. Hey, Gav, I might be on a McDonald's tonight. I've got my tickets. I've got tickets. Free food. Get in. Yeah, double cheeseburger. I've never had a cheesy bacon flatbread, but I've got one of them as well. Pending. I might be going there tonight. But I'm not sure what's happening with Alexander Albon. I haven't heard any news on him, so I assume he's continuing for this rest of the weekend. What's that like about cheese and bacon? Well, this is it. It's a winner. I mean, I've never tried it. I've never even heard of. But welcome to the stream, Salty Dog and Lee. Let's go for FP2. I hope the Mercedes in this session can confirm the pace and it's not just a one session wonder. Because we've seen a few weekends where it sort of lulls you into a false sense of security. You think, there's been the odd session here and there throughout the season where you think, this is it, this is Mercedes weekend. And then go to the next practice session, nope. And Verstappen just slaps them by a second. But I hope that this pace is genuine. But FIFA 23 going to be a long day. Oh yeah, everyone's on a FIFA weekend, aren't they? Everyone is on a. I've heard mixed reviews about that though. Like, I suppose it's just everyone's going to complain when a new one comes out in it because they've got to get used to it. So I suppose it's kind of that. But yeah, everyone's been saying how bad it is, but I take it with a pinch of salt. I don't really bother with FIFA, to be honest, but everyone overreacts. Like, this is the worst game ever. Just because you're not used to it. There's Ted in the pit lane. And practice is underway, I think. We've got drivers. Yeah, the green light's on, so I'll get the timer on in a sec. It is underway. So yeah, what's happening with Alexander Albon? We're going to get an update here now. He's good. He's in the car. It looks like Alex is just going to do the rest of the weekend as normal, which is great news. Yeah. Wow. They're going ice baths before they get in the car. Wow. Right, we're going to get the old timer up and running. 58, 55, go. Oh, come on, there we go. Right, so the timer's on. Is that updating? I might need to refresh. Oh, there we go. It is updating. It is updating. Yeah, the live time should be on. Yeah, Bottas is out of the pits. Hamilton coming out as well. Yeah, so Hamilton was quickest in FP1. Game on. Hope the Mercs hold the pace. Yeah, me too. That is what I'm looking for this session, really. You know, and Crofty's just saying it now. Like, is this Mercedes' best chance? I believe it is. I think this is genuinely Mercedes' best chance of winning a race this season. I think Mexico as well. They might, and Brazil. Brazil might, they might pull out a win in Brazil, but I would probably say this is the best chance though to pull off a win. And I have backed it. I have predicted a Lewis Hamilton win this weekend. I mean, it's more hope than reality, that, but we'll see. I reckon they've got a fighting chance. Oh, yeah, we go. The live times are updated now. Yeah, Bottas, Joe, Latifi, Russell, Schumacher, Gasly, Tsunoda all out of the pits. Alonso coming out of the pits as well. Yeah, we're underway. There wasn't a lot of drama in FP1. We just had in fact, Carlos Sainz's Ferrari looked a bit unstable. He had a few moments where he was almost in the wall. He lost it on the exit of turn 5 and was extremely close. He also lost it in the final corner as well, did Sainz, in FP1. So the Ferrari was looking a bit sketchy. But it was Lance Stroll with the biggest drama of FP1, putting it in the wall. Exit of turn 5, which looks bumpy as well. The circuit looks really bumpy there, and Stroll getting it wrong, bit of oversteer, and slapped the rear end into the wall. So that was the biggest sort of drama from FP1. As Russell is already on a flying lap 4 minutes into the session. Yeah, I hope it's a good weekend for Merc. Russell should keep some of these special edition crash helmets. They should just keep him as the number one. Like George Russell there with his he's got this like aqua blue. Well, it matches the Petronas blue on the Mercedes. He's running that on his lid, the same shade of blue. Looks mint. He should keep that. Why is that not his regular thing? Because he runs like a black crash helmet. Boring. But yeah, this special edition one looking good. And yeah, the Mercedes is running low to the ground as well. Like Anthony Davidson saying it's... yeah, they're running the rear of that Mercedes. Yeah, look at it bouncing off the ground coming around the final corner. And Russell does a 44.6. Wait, I don't think those timings are up to date. I'm going to refresh it. Because Russell's gone quickest, but it's not come up on the thing yet. So I'll refresh this. If it's a wet race, well, this is it. Yeah, I've not even... yeah, if it's a wet race on Sunday, drivers look out for outside top 3. Yeah, Alonso, Norris, Vettel. This is what we want. We want an unpredictable... I tell you what, a wet Singapore Grand Prix. I remember when there was a damp start to a Singapore Grand Prix. In... what year was that? Like 2018 or something? And there was that big incident when they heading down to turn one, like literally 10 seconds into the race, with Raikkonen, Vettel, and Verstappen. And then even Alonso was involved. It was a massive pile-up. That's the last time we saw rain in Singapore. Yeah, both Ferraris like sandwiched Verstappen, didn't they? And it was just an absolute mess. So, no balls. What's balls, Chris? What are you referring to, my lad? Yeah, 2017 was it? Yeah, Alonso heartbreaker. Yeah, man. I know he went round the outside, didn't he, Alonso? I was thinking yes, and then no. I think Verstappen went straight into the side of him. But Martin Brundle there, trackside at turn one. I tell you what, those lights are powerful. It just looks like daylight. The lights are that bright. It's supposed to be bot. Oh, right, no boss. Oh, you never know yet, Chris. There's 52 minutes to go. There's still chance yet, Chris. Wow. Yeah, the highway goes over the top of the circuit. If you got to make me and Kim blue. Oh, I know. Wait, I might be able to do it. Wait there. I might be able to do it because I can log in on my phone, you see. I might be able to do it. Oh, shit. Right. Right, I can do it. Yeah, here we go. Bang. Right, Gav, put a message. I'll mod Kim when she's in chat, innit? Next time she's in chat. Yeah. You're on the team. You're on the Madman team. Add a nap. Oh, Chris, that sounds good. Emma Palmer, there you go. Gav's in. Yeah, you see, I can do it on my phone. I can log into the chat on my phone, you see. That's the way to do it. See, there you go. Bang, there you go. That's the way to do it. Because trying to do it on the laptop and like with the stream going and everything is just like too many layers of complication. Well, I can do it on the phone, so we're chilling. That's the way. We're on board with Kevin Magnussen. Look at the Haas guys in the garage. He's got some daft thing on his head. I don't know what that mechanic had on his head, but it was some kind of whoa when Kevin Magnussen's gone straight on. Where is that? Down at... Oh, I know where he is. In the final sector. Sainz had a brilliant 4th place in Singapore 2017. Yeah. I think I remember like Timo Glock getting like a P4 here as well. Like, oh, did he even get on the podium, Glock, one year? There's been a few. In fact, before they started this session, they were talking about Paul di Resta, and I think he had a P4 in Singapore as well. Did Paul di Resta? Alonso goes second, yeah. A Glock 2nd place, 2009. I tell you what, you're more of an encyclopedia than I am. I mean, I've got a good knowledge, but you are a full encyclopedia. Yellow flag sector 2. It is a Hamilton Alonso 1-2 at the minute. I'd take that in the race. I'd take that as a race finishing position, you know what I mean? I'd take that as a grid as well. Hamilton, Alonso, Russell, Stroll, Bottas, Ocon, top 6. Stop the count. We'll have that. I'll have that for the grid. Yeah, forget your Red Bull, forget your Ferrari. We'll go Hamilton, Alonso front row. We'll go back 10 years. There's no way has Russell done the same thing. He didn't hit the wall this time. Russell has locked up in exactly the same place just before the bridge. I'll be damned if I know the corner, which corner number's which. Turn flipping 12 or something like that. But it's exactly the same place as he hit the wall. Oh, and Alonso. Oh, scraping the... How close was Alonso to the wall there in the exit at like turn 19? Wow, he brushed the barrier. Oh, they literally millimetres in it there for Fernando Alonso. That was as close as you want to get. Disappointingly, they've not kept that yellow lettering on the rear wing of the Ferrari. I mean, that's a big misstep, that. They should have kept it. Just a 4th place, yeah. Alright, Ryan, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, Ryan. Perez's car. Looking at the front damper on the front of Checo Perez's car. So he's not out there. In fact, neither Red Bull's out there. Verstappen's not even in the car yet. So Verstappen, Perez and Leclerc not even out. 3 big contenders for the race with a slow start to FP2. As Sainz goes quickest by 3/10, nearly 4/10 of a second. Mr. Aquafresh. Hey, that's a rival, innit? That's like Coke and Pepsi, innit? That Colgate and Aquafresh. Bloody hell. Big rival. Ocon 5th, yeah. Yeah, both Alpines in the top 5 now, but, you know, we're yet to see the Red Bulls and Leclerc. I don't think McLaren are looking great. Oh, here we go. They're asking Christian Horner about the cost cap breach. Just listen to what he's going to say to this. Here we go. He's in an awkward conversation. An awkward question, this. Whew. Yeah, there is rumour and speculation that Red Bull have breached the budget cap. They've overspent, and what's the penalty? And what's the punishment going to be for that? But it is just rumour and speculation. Obviously, Christian Horner's not. It's not about that as a question. We'll see what happens with that, but it's a bit of a dodgy one, that, you know. If you... But the thing is, realistically, you wouldn't risk overspending because the punishment... You wouldn't risk doing that, I don't think. You know what I mean? You wouldn't gamble on it and spend too much knowing that you're going to get repercussions from it. Like, it's not worth it. Yeah, has Lewis gone quickest, has it? Yeah. Yeah, Hamilton quickest. And then he's held up by one of the Williams. He's held up by Latifi in the final sector is Hamilton. Not happy at all with that one. But yeah, it is Hamilton, Sainz, Russell, Alonso, Ocon, Stroll, Bottas, Vettel, Gasly, Magnussen top 10. Yeah, Hamilton on a 43.6. I don't know what the fastest time was in FP1. Were we in the 41s? No, I don't think. I can't remember. Yeah, McLaren on hard tyres. Yeah, McLaren are on the hard tyres, but I don't think they're looking great though. They could put a set of soft tyres on that. I still think they'd be a second off the pace. See if Hamilton don't get a GP win. That's never happened. Yeah, exactly, Gav. This is a big thing. Well, Lewis is saying that it's not, and that's not what he's focusing on. But I think it is a big thing, that, because no driver, not even Michael Schumacher, got a win in every single season that he competed. You know, when Schumacher first moved to Ferrari, I think in like '96. Oh no, but he won the '96 Spanish Grand Prix. Maybe it was like '97 that he didn't win a race. Anyway, one of the years that Schumacher race. Oh no, it would have been his like debut, like '93 or something, maybe. No, '93 he won races. I don't know, but there must have been a year where Michael Schumacher didn't win a race. But Hamilton's never had that. Hamilton's always won at least a race. I think 2009 and 2013 were the difficult ones. I think 2009, I think he ended up winning here in Singapore, and he won in Hungary, and I think he won in Abu Dhabi as well. Maybe. I can't remember now. And then 2013, that was his first year at Mercedes, he won the Hungarian Grand Prix. So 6 races to go. Can I do? We've got a yellow flag. Sky are on an ad break, so I don't know what's happened. But there's supposedly a yellow flag out. I don't know what's happened. Hamilton in the pits. It's Hamilton, Sainz, Russell, Alonso, Ocon, Stroll, P6. And Aston Martin were actually looking decent in FP1. Yeah, Ocon stays 5th but improves yet. I wonder if Alpine can be the surprise package this weekend. It does. That's what I was just saying, SHT. The Aston Martin pace does look good. You know, Aston Martin look quicker than, like, you know, the other midfield rivals, you know, like your Haas and you know, Alfa Romeo and all that. Aston Martin looking decent. I don't know what that yellow flag was, but it's been cleared up. Back under green flag. Green flag action. But yeah, it's one thing being quick in FP1, but I feel like FP2 people start to sort of settle down a bit. You know, FP1's like an experimental. Let's get the car. Let's have a look at the setups. Play around with it a bit. Get used to the circuit. But FP2 is where they sort of start showing the true pace, basically. So if you're quick in FP2, you've got a good chance. And also, it's more realistic to the time that you're going to be racing as well. You know, FP1, like in the daytime, it's not really representative. This is a more representative session. So if you're quick in FP2, you're looking all right. Vettel, Hamilton, Alonso. Yeah, they always were, weren't they? Vettel, Hamilton, Alonso. They've virtually won it every single year. Between the three of them. I think maybe Rosberg's won one, and I don't think Verstappen's ever won this, has he? I think Rosberg won one, but other than that, I think it's probably been Vettel, Hamilton and Alonso that have just won this race for like 15 years. Yeah. Yeah, Vettel 5, Hamilton 4, Alonso 2. So that counts for 11 years. You know, how long's it been on the calendar? Since 2008. So, you know, that counts for like 11 out of 15. Well, mind you, they've missed a couple of years, though, haven't they? So it's probably been 12 or 13 races. That counts for 11 of them. Alonso wouldn't have joined Aston Martin if he didn't know... And more competitive. Well, it's a gamble, though, isn't it, Gav? Oh, Latifi getting his wires crossed with... Well, the AlphaTauri's trying to get out of your way, Nicky. He's trying to get out of your way, Nicky. Latifi just complained on team radio. But yeah, back to what you're saying, Gav. It is a weird one for me, that. Alonso jumping ship. I think it might be to do with money. I think it's a combination of things. I think it's money. I think it's reassurance of he'll at least get 2 more years. Whereas at Alpine would probably only offer him a 1-year extension. And also, they must have sold him a bit of a dream. They must have sat him down, Lawrence Stroll and the team, and they must have said, these are the plans for 2023. This is the direction we're going. This is how much money we're throwing into it. It must be... I can only imagine they've just sold him... You know, it's been the biggest sales job ever. You know, they might have said to him, we'll offer you 2 years on 25 million a season, some mad number. We'll offer you 2 years, 25 million a season. I mean, I'm just pulling those figures out of my arse, but you get my point. We'll offer you 2 years, 25 million a year. This is what we're working on. We turned our attention to 2023 in May. This is what we're building. This is where we're going. This is how much money we're pumping in. This is how much infrastructure we're pumping in. And Alonso's gone, yeah, you know what? You only live once. And he's taking the gamble. So it's a mad one. But it is strange to me that Alonso's jumped out of the 4th fastest car in Formula 1 to join the team that's going to finish 9th. Really? It's a bit weird, but we'll see. Hamilton's now close to become the first ever driver of 200 podiums. No, I didn't know that. 200 podiums is mad. When he's done, 300 races? He's done, I think he hit 300 races, didn't he, a few races ago? So he's done 305 races or something. And 200 podiums. That's mad. Absolutely mad. I mean, he's won a third of the races that he's competed in. He's won 103 Grand Prix. He's won a third of the races that he's competed in. And he's been on the podium for 2/3 of the races that he's competed in. Unbelievable. Jeff. Yes, JJ. Welcome in, lad. How are we doing? How are we? Yeah, 304 Grand Prix, 188 podiums. 2/3. It's a pretty good strike record, that, isn't it? Thing is, this season's affecting those stats as well, you know. You're a full season without a win. Anyway, we've got Science. Science has gone quickest a few minutes ago. While I was waffling on about something else. Leclerc getting ready to get in the car. The Ferrari looking ready now. I don't know what issue they had at the start of the session, but he's missed the first. Leclerc has missed the first half of FP2, but he's climbing into the Ferrari now. Perez is still in the garage as well, so I don't know what's wrong with Perez's Red Bull, but he's missed the first half of FP2 as well. But yeah, Leclerc climbing in, and it is Sainz quickest then on a what's he set? I don't even see. It's not very clear with that background, is it? But I might change the background for tomorrow. We'll see. Absolutely beast and monster in F1. Yeah, he is indeed. Whether you're a fan or not, you've got to respect what Lewis has done over his 17 years in Formula One. Even as a rookie, he missed out on the championship by 1 point as a rookie. Like, yeah, he was launched into a quick car, but to have that composure and that level of that level, no rookie errors and stuff like that, or very few rookie errors, just landed. I think in Lewis's first 8 races, I think he finished on the podium every single time in his first 8 races ever. Like, could you imagine someone doing that now? It's unbelievable. Yeah, 17 years, yeah. He's near the end of his career now, JJ, yeah. Well, no, 17 years, 16 years maybe. Well, 2007, so... Yeah, I think this is his 16th year. Yeah. He only looks about 25. Yeah, he's... mind you, when you've got that amount of money, you can slow down the aging process, can't you? So it's Sainz. Magnussen goes P5 on the soft tyres of 44.2. So it's Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Alonso, Magnussen now. Verstappen set his time on the hard tyres. Albon as well on the softs in P9. It looks like Albon's going to compete in the rest of the weekend. I was doubtful about Albon. I was thinking it was going to be De Vries again, because Albon was in intensive care 3 weeks ago. How you go from intensive care to competing in the Singapore Grand Prix in the space of 3 weeks is incredible. But that's how it's looking. Like Walt Disney. What? Oh, we're not doing any cryogenic freezing round here, Chris. Who's that? Yeah, this is right. I've got your prediction, right? Yeah, I think you're going to have Pierre Gasly going to Alpine. I think this is all going to be confirmed pretty soon. I think you're going to have Pierre Gasly going over to Alpine. Then Nick De Vries, or De Vries, however you want to say it. De Vries as in fleece. Nick De Vries getting the Alpha Tauri seat with Yuki Tsunoda. So it'd be Tsunoda, De Vries at Alpha Tauri. And I think Daniel Ricciardo is going to get a Mercedes reserve role. I think Daniel Ricciardo will be Mercedes reserve and test driver. And De Vries will get the Alpha Tauri seat. Gasly will switch to Alpine. Ricciardo will be a backup for Mercedes. What else? Maybe Haas will stick with Mick Schumacher. I hope so. If not, maybe Mick goes to Williams. If Haas get rid of Mick Schumacher, I'd like to see him go get that Williams seat. I mean, Hulkenberg and Giovinazzi. Oh, Perez has hit the wall there. Perez has hit the wall on the exit of turn. Well, I don't know. It was 19 or 20. I don't know. Maybe I'll learn which corner's which in terms of numbers, but he slapped the wall there, did Perez? No, he did hit the wall, Crofty. He did. He did hit the wall. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Gasly to Alpine, De Vries to Alpha Tauri, Ricciardo to take up a reserve role for Mercedes, so he won't race next season. Mick to Williams, and maybe Giovinazzi to Haas. And Carlos Sainz goes across the line with a stonking lap. Carlos Sainz has just done a brilliant lap, gone P1. Bottas is P2, and here we see the replay of Perez slapping the wall. Latifi on the scrap heap. Oh, yeah, Latifi's gone. Yeah, Albon did 19 laps. Yeah, he's ready in the SHT. He's ready. Is it Albon? Yeah, it is salty. Yeah. Oh, Ocon scraped the paint off the wall as well. What flipping corner is that? Let me get the flipping track map. Turn. Yeah, it's turn 19. I guessed that it was turn 19. It actually is. I mean, I could put that there, I suppose. Yeah, I'll put that there. That works, kind of. But yeah, so it's turn 19. They're all hitting the wall. They're all sort of scraping the wall. The exit of turn 19. Was it Albon? Is it? Yeah, it was. Absolute demon, you know. Yeah, Alonso's been unlucky. Was unlucky / made some bad decisions. Yeah, because he left Ferrari and then Ferrari started to come good. Then he went to McLaren just as he got the Honda engine, and that was an absolute disaster. Oh God, I mean, it's been some absolute nightmares for Alonso. And then when he leaves McLaren, then McLaren start getting good. He's flipping heck. Watch him. He'll leave Alpine, right? And then Alpine will be rapid next season. Oh, God's sake. You know what I mean? Watch Alpine produce an absolute beast, and it'd be like flipping Red Bull v Alpine next season. And Alonso would be sat in that Aston Martin finishing 17th going, what have I done again? You know what I mean? Ocon fighting for the win. You know what I mean? Ocon v Verstappen championship. And flipping Alonso would be sat in the Aston Martin. Like, what is going on here? That'd be typical Fernando Alonso, that. Yeah, Latifi's gone. Latifi's gone at the end of this season. Norris on the hard tyres. Yeah, we're trackside at turn 5 with... Well, no, it's not turn 5, that is it. We're trackside with Martin Brundle anyway. Green flag, what happened? It's Ferrari 1-2. Leclerc goes second quickest. Sainz, Leclerc, Bottas up there in P3. He's come out of nowhere. Tsunoda's in the garage and doesn't look like he's not in the car. Doesn't look like he's going to come out again, does Yuki Tsunoda? I think that's the end of it. There's something with that AlphaTauri, but oh, Russell's big lock up. Yeah, Russell's has made a few mistakes. I wonder if his brake bias is too far forward, because he's had a few lockups as George Russell over the practice sessions. Couldn't Albon go back to replace Gasly? No, I think Albon isn't. I don't think Albon's in the Red Bull program anymore. I don't think. Oh, maybe he is, but I don't know. But Albon's signed up with Williams anyway for next year. I think Albon's happy at Williams. I don't know if he's still part of it or not. Russell goes P2 by a 10th. Yeah, 10th and a half difference. I tell you what, it's game on. We've not seen Red Bull's pace this session, but I tell you what, this could be the race. We have 6 cars fighting for pole position tomorrow. This could be the one. Step up from Williams. Well, it is this season. You never know. But no, Albon is staying at Williams. That's already confirmed. But who's going to partner Albon? Are they really going to gamble on this Logan Sargent? I don't watch a lot of F2. I need to watch more F2 to have a proper opinion on that, because I don't know. I don't know how good this Logan Sargent guy is, but I've not seen many headlines of Logan Sargent winning races, put it that way. You know, I've heard of Jordan Deruvala's winning a lot, and Theo Pourchaire and a couple of the others, but Logan Sargent, I don't know. Are they really going to gamble on him, or did he go Hulkenberg, which that would be a dull one for me. That would be a dull signing. That did they go Giovinazzi? I could see them going Giovinazzi. But if I was Williams and I got a choice of like Mick Schumacher, Giovinazzi, or Hulkenberg, I go Schumacher. He's got more potential. He's got more. Potential's the word. He's got more potential. We've seen what Hulkenberg can do. We've seen what Giovinazzi can do. Whoa, Lando Norris sliding all over the place in the final sector. He's coming across the line now. Goes P9 only, Lando Norris, a 44 flat. 1.3 seconds off the pace. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Salty, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That Mick's got a higher ceiling. We've seen Hulkenberg's ceiling. We've seen Giovinazzi's ceiling. You know, Mick is still an unknown quantity, and that's exciting. You never know. Hopefully it's not the case. I want to see Alonso v Ocon v Piastri. Alonso v Ocon v Piastri for the championship. Yeah, forget the Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes. Let's have I'm up for that. 2023 Alonso v Ocon v Piastri for the championship. Now there is a season and a half. Aston Martin v Alpine v McLaren. Now that's a championship I would pay to see, I'll tell you that. I would love a midfield runner just to build an absolute beast of a car. It's not happened for years, has it? It's not happened since like Brawn, probably. Well, no, Renault had a good car in 2010, didn't they? Like a midfield car that's capable of winning races. Like the Lotus in 2013 that Raikkonen won a few races with. Like that. I want to see that again. I want to see like McLaren or Alpine build a car that can get a win on its day. We've not had that for years. We've had a couple of like really unlikely wins, you know, like Gasly in Monza and Ricciardo in Monza and stuff, but Gasly had to jump out of the car then. I don't know what was going on with it. But he's in the garage, is Pierre Gasly. He's had to quickly jump out of the car. I don't know what's going on there, but all the camera crews are going down to AlphaTauri. I don't know what's happened. Strange one for AlphaTauri. Pierre Gasly having to jump. The more Russell makes mistakes, this track at one point this is it. You can't be making loads of mistakes around here. He's going to punish you. But if you're going to make mistakes, you might as well do them in FP2. What? Yeah, that AlphaTauri's had a fire. Yo, that AlphaTauri has had a bit of a fire around the airbox. All the paint's come off, and it's all burnt. All the carbon fibre's burnt around the airbox above the driver's head. That is weird. We need to see a replay. Here we go. Right. So he's in the pit lane. The team. So he pulls into the garage. He pulls into the pit lane. Right. Oh, sugar. Get out. Oh, my God. As they're wheeling him. Wow, you did set on fire. I've never seen that. I'd never seen that. That's mad. The airbox set on fire as they were wheeling him back into the garage. That's a strange one, That's a strange... they've got to get the side pods off and everything. That's a weird one. I've never seen that. Maybe with the new budget rules, we'll start seeing more middle of the pack teams competing. I hope so. And also, you get more wind tunnel time the lower you finish in the championship. So they're trying to balance it out a little bit with a couple of things. But I hope so. I hope we see, Alpine turn up to like winter testing and you go, ooh, they built a monster. You know what I mean? Or like McLaren turn up and like Piastri goes quickest and you're thinking, ooh, here we go. Also, I think Piastri Norris is a great lineup for McLaren next season. I think that'll be a top dollar lineup. That even Christian Horner came out the other day and said we had a chance to sign Piastri for the Red Bull Junior program, and they didn't. They passed it up on it. He's saying he already regrets it. Piastri not even made his debut yet, and Red Bull are regretting not signing him. Tell you what, he's the most hyped up driver I've ever heard of. This Oscar Piastri. I hope he lives up to it. But yeah, we've only got 15 minutes to go in FP2. But Gasly with the weirdest fire I've ever seen above the... in the airbox. So we'll work that one out. Yeah, Verstappen having problems only 3 laps, yeah. And I don't think Perez has had many laps either. Oh, hang on. Oh, you can see it there. It's not that clear though, is it? It's not that clear. You can see how many laps they've done, yeah. Where is Verstappen on that? Yeah, Verstappen only 3 laps, you're right. Yeah, Perez has only done 8 laps. So Red Bull in total have only done 11 laps this session. Not optimal preparation, is it? Yeah, sorry if it's not really clear on the stream, the times and that. I just think there's too many colours going on in there, but I might change the background image for tomorrow, and then the timings and that will be clearer. Yeah, Sky on an ad break. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but the session carried on as normal despite Pierre Gasly's fire, because he was already in the pit lane anyway. He was already in the garage and they put it out immediately anyway. They got the fire extinguisher on it rapid, so it didn't really affect the session. It's just strange one. It could be Ferrari 1-2 in this session. Sights from Leclerc. Russell, look at Ferrari 1-2, Mercedes 3-4. In this session, Ocon P5, Bottas with decent pace in this session, P6, Alonso Perez, Stroll up there in P9, Norris P10. I tell you what, Haas have had a massive drop-off, haven't they, since the first few races? Maybe, you know, they've been left behind in terms of development, I would imagine. You know, whilst they started the season with a decent car, it's probably still the same car now. And that's the difference. Whereas McLaren and Alpine and all the other midfield runners, you know, bring in brand new upgrade packages every other race. So, okay, so George Russell. We are on George Russell's front wing, heading into the final sector. Yeah, Verstappen's not set. Only 3 laps, yeah. Red Bull have not had an optimal session here. So we've got a Ferrari 1-2, Sainz from Leclerc. But yeah, Albon, Haas have really dropped off since the first few races. I mean, they had a good there with that purple patch of 2 races in the middle of the season, didn't they? Austria and Britain, where they picked up a hell of a lot of points. But since then, it's just been dead. Yeah, I think this is what Croft is saying now, that Ricciardo is in talks with Mercedes. Yeah, I think you'll see Ricciardo being the Mercedes reserve / test driver next season on the sidelines, and then maybe he'll come back in 24. But I don't know. The thing is, once you're out, it's very difficult to get back in. So yeah, Ricciardo's chances are diminishing, I think. I just hope Mick Schumacher's chances aren't diminishing as well. He's not looking great, really. They've changed the livery slightly on the front of that Alpha Tauri. Looking just a little bit different. Where plays Hamilton retires next season? Well, it's funny you should say that, Gav, right? Because after the Singapore Grand Prix on Sunday on Sky Sports F1, there's a half an hour Lewis Hamilton special, which is on the television schedule, I believe. And it's a complete mystery as to what that half an hour slot is going to contain. Ooh. Could it be a retirement announcement? No, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be an announcement of that he's going to retire, but I think there's a 10% chance of it. You know, a half an hour special after the Singapore Grand Prix. You never know. Could it be Ricardo Russell at Mercedes next season? No, I don't think so. Now I'm really going down a road that now I'm really going down a daft road. Wow. No, I don't think Lewis will retire at the end of this season. I think he'll do at least one more season. I think he'll do at least one more, right? But if next season the Mercedes isn't capable of competing for the championship, so if they're in a similar position to they are now, is what I mean, then I don't think he'll go beyond next season. I think at that point he'll go, I've had my innings. But if Mercedes are back in the championship fight next season, then that'll probably reignite his fire again. He'll probably go, right, I'm going to carry on. But if, to put it this way, if Verstappen or Leclerc walk away with it next season, Gasly and Tsunoda have got different front wings on the car. Gasly and Tsunoda have got different noses on the car, definite. Anyway, if Leclerc and Verstappen, either or, run away with the championship next season, Lewis will probably look at it and think, oh, I've had enough. Yeah. He'll do one more year at least, I would think. But you never know. There's a little television schedule slot after the Singapore Grand Prix. Boom, that'd be a massive announcement, that, imagine. Then what would Mercedes do? Would they get Ricciardo in? Russell Ricciardo? As a stopgap? And then try and get Ocon or something? Maybe. Anyway, that's all a load of bollocks. But yeah, we're less than 7 minutes to go now in FP2, and it's we're on board helmet cam with Charles Leclerc down to turn 7. Green sector 1 for Charles Leclerc, personal best. Charles is on a flyer. Alpine look quick. They do, 5th and 7th for Alpine. Alpine certainly look quicker than McLaren. Look at Ricciardo down there in P18. I don't think he's done a lot of laps, but still. We are on board middle sector over the bridge with Charles Leclerc helmet cam. Down to the hairpin. Ricciardo really struggling, yeah. Now Mercedes have like Gasly as a driver. Yeah, but Gasly's going to Alpine. Gasly is going to... Oh, he's almost against the wall there, Charles Leclerc. Oh, he's a bit wide there. Now he's going under the grandstand. 19. Now, don't hit the wall on 9. Oh, so close. Turn 20, 21. And they used to hit the wall on the exit of turn 21 as well. And then the double apex, turn 22 and 23. And launch it to the line 0.2 of a second off the pace. So it is still science, Leclerc. Ricciardo, yeah, especially Toto. Yeah, Toto manages Ocon, innit? Or used to. I think Mercedes would fancy Ocon at some point. Maybe. I think he's really underrated. Well, I don't know. This is. I could see Mercedes lineup eventually being Russell Ocon or. Wow, Vettel. Look at that McLaren. What a mess. With the flipping, with the Flovis paint as well on the front of it. What is going on? Norris is P10. He's coming round the final few corners as well. Oh my God. Chat 69's back. Welcome to the stream. Oh, these bots are ruthless. They don't give a damn. So it is, with 3.5 minutes to go, it's Carlos Sainz on a 1:42.5 quickest. Leclerc 2/10 slower than that. And then you've got Russell 3/10 off the pace, Hamilton 6/10 off the pace in P4, and then Ocon, Bottas and Alonso separated by a 10th in 5th, 6th and 7th. Perez P8, Stroll P9, Lando Norris in the brand new upgraded McLaren in P10. And Max Verstappen on a flying lap then with 3 minutes to go. He's 2/10 personal best in Sector 1. Stand up if you hate United. What? Oh, United. That is how they say it, innit? United. You spelt it out. But yeah, Max Verstappen on a flying lap here. Then he's going down to turn 15. Oh, personal best for Verstappen. Here he goes. Whoa. It's very close to the wall here for Max Verstappen. He's going to go underneath the grandstand now. Oh, so close to the wall at turn 19 now. Over both apexes now. He's in the final couple of corners, is Max Verstappen. Where's he going to go? This is kind of crucial. And across the line goes P4, 42.9. 3/10 of a second off. I tell you what, game on this weekend. Game on this weekend. I mean, Verstappen's not had many laps this session, so, you know, he could come out and slap them all tomorrow, but this bodes well. This bodes well. You've got Ferrari 1-2, Russell up there, P3, Verstappen P4, Hamilton 5th. Top 5 half as a second separate them. Aston Martin have got the dry ice machine on. You do have bot runs, yeah. Just getting into derby mode. Oh yeah, derby. Is the Manchester Derby Sunday? Is it? Yeah. Buzzing the whole weekend. Who do you reckon's winning this? I'm going Lewis Hamilton ways. That's my prediction. I'm going Hamilton to win. Yeah. I might miss that aways. What time's the Manchester Derby on Sunday aways? It might clash. Russell for Anto. Yeah, welcome in, Anto, by the way. See, if Norris left McLaren for a top 3 car, who do you think he would choose, Ferrari, Mercedes or Red Bull? I don't think Norris will leave anytime soon, but I mean, if Mercedes came knocking, you would. But if Red Bull... Well, Red Bull is a weird one. I don't think he'd go alongside Verstappen at Red Bull. But if Mercedes came knocking for Norris... But then Zach Brown would try and keep hold of it. It'd be a logistical nightmare trying to get Norris out of McLaren. I think Norris has signed up with McLaren for about 5 years or something. It'd be an absolute contractual nightmare trying to get Norris out of McLaren. Not saying it's impossible, but I just think you'll see Norris at McLaren for a good chunk of his career. For some reason, I just feel like it fits. It just works. I feel like you'll see Verstappen at Red Bull and Norris at McLaren for the next 10 years. I don't know why. It's just the vibe I get, that Norris will just stay. But yeah, you never know. 2 p.m. Oh my god. Yeah, that's fully going to clash, that. Well, I'll definitely miss the first half. I might catch the second half of the game. Yeah, I'll catch the second half in it always. It changed kickoff. It was originally scheduled for 4:30. They changed it. Oh, right, yeah, made it earlier. And then Suzuka next weekend, yeah. Cancel your plans. Nah, bro. Do you know what the plan is, Aways? Do you know what my plans are? You'll never guess it, Always. You'll never guess it. You never guess what I'm doing. I'm watching the Singapore Grand Prix. That's what I'm doing. And I'm on here. I'm live on this channel, Always. Commentating on the Grand Prix. Watching it. Loving it. We've all got our priorities. And Formula 1 is my priority over the football. Bollocks to the football when this is on. But we all got our different priorities, innit? Anyway, right. That is the session done. FP2 is done and dusted. Nowadays, what? A ways. Oh, mate. As if I've changed. A ways. Formula 1 is a million times more important to me than football. Football, to a lot of people, is extremely important. To me, I don't really give a damn. If United got relegated, I'd laugh. I wouldn't even give a damn, to be fair. But Formula 1 is my passion, you know what I mean? So I've missed weddings, funerals a lot for Formula 1. I have missed things that I shouldn't miss for Formula 1. So I don't really mind about missing a Manchester derby. But anyway, I'm on a waffle. That's FP2 done, but it's looking competitive this weekend. I'm well up for it. I'm well up for this. I think we could have Mercedes v Ferrari v Red Bull this weekend. I don't think Max Verstappen's going to walk this one. But it's going to be a good one. Yeah. I can't believe you said nowadays Always as if I was massively into football, but I've just recently switched. Like, F1's been more important to me than football since I was born. Yeah, football's like, it's alright, innit? But right, anyway, I'll see you. I'll be back on for FP3 at I think 11 AM tomorrow, and then quali's at 2 PM. So we'll be back for that. But cheers, guys. Please do drop me a like if you have enjoyed the stream. We're going to have 6 cars fighting for pole position tomorrow afternoon, so join me for that. It's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a good race, this. It's going to be a good Formula 1 weekend. I prefer the marbles. I actually do, yeah. I actually do, Chris. I love a good marble race, Chris. Right, guys. Yeah, so FP3 tomorrow 11, then quali at 2 PM. Please do drop me a like, subscribe if you're a Formula 1 fan. I'll be back tomorrow. See you later, guys.